Hello, friends. I hope you're doing great in the markets and you're garnering good trading profits. I'm going to teach you something that will change your life as a trader in the markets forever. You see, over a period of time, and I've been trading for a very long time, I've been trading these markets since 1986. So, over a period of time, I have over the last 3.5 decades realized that it's not secret mathematics, it's not empirical formulas, it's not the fastest internet connection, it's not really the fastest refresh rate of the trading terminal that makes us money. We traders are actually brain warriors and we win with our ideas, we win with our minds, and the mind is the biggest weapon. And it can make us lose money and it can make us become superlative traders. And the mind suffers from two primary irrational emotions: greed and fear. And fear is a little more rampant than greed because it can drive you crazy, it can make you do extremely irrational things, and it can spook you into surrendering a profit making trade into a loss making one. So, in this video, I'm going to use a behavioral hack, something, and I've taught at the MCX, at the Bombay Stock Exchange Training Institute, at the NSE Training Institute, and I've been training people since 2005 till a while ago. And I can tell you that I've pioneered many behavioral trading hacks, and I'm going to share the most powerful one. And as I told you initially, as you would have seen in this video, that this training hack, this behavioral aspect of training in any aspect of the world, whether you're a sportsman, whether you're a day trader, you're an investor, or you're basically a student appearing for your exams, this will help you do things better. And this technique has been used by the US Marine Corps. It's been used by athletes. It's been used by boxers. It's been used by Olympian champions. As a matter of fact, the pioneer of this technique to a great degree was the coach of Michael Phelps. Yes, you know Michael Phelps, by and far the most successful Olympics athlete ever. He's garnered 28 gold medals using this technique. So let's dive right in. Now, to understand fear, what exactly is fear? What does it do to you and how does it come about? Now, fear is something that comes from an unknown, unexpected, and unplanned eventuality that is not a pleasant outcome. For example, if I take you into a well constructed, well furnished flat with your eyes tightly shut, and I kind of blindfold you and make you sit in the middle of the room telling you that you're in an unknown place, you don't know where you are. Sit here quietly and I'm going to pick you up tomorrow morning if you are alive. The minute you hear these words, you start to imagine snakes, lions, tigers, and other hostile wild animals that could basically possibly kill you while you're blindfolded. It's only in the morning when I come out and remove your blindfold that you see that you're in civilization, in a concrete jungle, in a city, you're in a well-furnished house, you're completely safe, and all those mental demons that were going on in your mind were actually your fears. But how do you allay those fears? I'm going to tell you how Michael Phelps' coach did it. These are my swimming trunks. What Michael Phelps' coach did, you see this drawstring, the nada, what we call in Hindi, Michael Phelps' coach used to remove the drawstring so that there was only this elastic which held the trunks on Michael Phelps' body very loosely. Or these are your average swimming goggles. Michael Phelps' coach would kind of snip the goggles strap so that when Michael Phelps would hit the swimming pool in the water, the goggles would snap apart. Or even the trunks would come off his body and Michael would be naked in the water. Now, what really happens when your goggles snap off in the water or your swimming trunks comes off and you're naked? In the pool, you tend to get shocked. You are shell shocked. You don't know what hit you, and your hands and legs stop moving when you were supposed to start propelling yourself in the water in a freestyle stroke, kicking your legs for propulsion and your arms for thrust. But because the unexpected happened, because your trunks came off, you were naked, because your swimming goggles snapped off and you couldn't see underwater, you basically stopped. And Michael's coach would keep screaming from outside, "Keep swimming, Michael, keep swimming." Now, over a period of time, Michael got used to the idea that the trunks would come off or the goggles would snap off. Michael's coach did a lot of other things. He would switch off the lights while Michael was swimming in the pool in the night. Now, if you've seen an Olympic sized pool, you know that lanes where each swimmer is supposed to stick to his own particular lane is separated by thick ropes. Now, in the absence of lighting, your arms could get entangled into the rope because you don't know where you're going. And again, you would come to a standstill, you would get shell shocked and lose precious time. Do remember that each and every microsecond counts in Olympics as a competitive sport. You are competing against the world's best athletes. You cannot flinch even for a second. You know what Michael said? He said, each and every eventuality that my coach prepared me for. There were times when my goggles broke. There were times when my swimming trunks came off. There were times when my arm got entangled into the rope. But because my coach had done all this to me in training, my mind was prepared. Which is why I did not hesitate for a second. I continued to swim. This is how I won 28 medals. Now, this powerful technique used by Boeing, used by NASA, used by the US Marine Corps, used by athletes, used by boxers, is called simulation. You simulate as to what is going to happen to you, the worst case scenario, prepare for it so that the mind is prepared and you do not get shocked and surprised. If you've seen the super hit movie, 2014 super hit movie, The Rush, it's a classic fight between Niki Lauda and James Hunt, two legendary F1 drivers. You will see James Hunt lying down on the floor with his eyes shut and he's kind of driving, trying to simulate as to how the track will be in Germany when he goes on to the real stuff. If you've seen the 1980 Himalayan rally, the first Himalayan rally that India kind of flagged off, you would remember that the champion was Shekhar Mehta. He drove an Opel Ascona. What did he do? He actually took the very car that he was going to race in the rally onto the Himalayan track. The entire route from Mumbai to the Himalayas and back so that his mind could be prepared about what he's going to encounter. His competitor Joginder Singh, also from Africa, did the same in his Mercedes. This is what champions do. They simulate, they prepare, and they tell their minds this is what can happen in a worst case scenario, so be prepared. Let me share my own real life experience with you that occurred to me recently. On 13th of August, as you all know, I'm a systems trader. I program my own statistical trading model and I was working on a trade which was MOC, market on close. So you enter into a trade in the opening and or square up that trade in the closing, irrespective of the outcome, profit or loss. Now, the problem is that I'm usually a micro trend trader who does not keep his trade open for more than 59 minutes and 59 seconds. Here I was experimenting with a new statistical model that I'm programming called the IBEX, and I wanted to see what would happen during the day. Now, this was not something that I waited the entire day. So I had to prepare my mind as to where the maximum loss and a maximum a mark to market payout would come on my screen as a notional loss, so that during the real time trading, my mind did not blank out of fear. Like a deer gets frozen in the headlights of a car on a highway. Look at what you see on your screen on the Snapquote window. There is a mark to market loss on an open position of just one lot. Remember, I am testing my model, so therefore the exposure tends to be small. So when I saw this loss, because my mind had simulated that this was the maximum mark to market loss that you can possibly see, and that maximum mark to market loss was lot bigger. So when I saw this figure, it was much, much smaller than what my mind had prepared itself for. You know what? My fingers did not freeze, my mind did not clamp up, and I was prepared because I had simulated about this for at least 3 minutes. That's it. 180 seconds. That's all it takes to simulate a position, a trade, or a possible outcome. I assure you, when you take the fear out of the equation, when you take the fear out of your mind, you will be trading with a lot more confidence, with a lot more courage, and with a lot more self-assurance. The less the fear, the higher is the probability of success and higher is your conviction in the trade, provided your homework is done well and it's done right. Friends, as I said, I pioneered a lot of techniques in behavioral technical analysis in India, and I don't mind sharing these techniques with my friends on this YouTube channel. All I ask you is, help me reach out to people who are looking out for this kind of knowledge rather than get into stuff that passes off as behavioral finance or behavioral technical analysis or a poor apology of it on the public in the public domain. Help me reach out to people by sharing this video with as many people as you can who think that this would help them. If you liked what you saw, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon to receive instant alerts about fresh content being put up out here. Good, bad, or ugly, let me know in the comments section. Depending on your feedback, I don't mind putting out more such content in the future. And do help me reach out to fellow like-minded investors and traders by recommending my video to them. Connect with me on social media where I share a lot of ideas about trading. I'm passionate about trading and succeeding in the markets. That's a lifelong goal. And I don't mind sharing my work with you on my Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn accounts. My contact coordinates come at the end of this video. Also, below the video in the description segment are hyperlinks to Equity Masters, a playlist of mine wherein I share a couple of ideas every day. Do subscribe to my playlist there as well. There is also a hyperlink to avail of a free trading guide which will help you trade better. Do avail of this fantastic offer from Equity Master as well. I'll say goodbye to you in this video and thank you for your patience watching my video till we meet again in my next, sharing my next behavioral technical analysis hack. This is Vijay Bambani signing off for now. I wish you have a very, very profitable day. Take care. Bye-bye.